Liam Payne's life was a whirlwind of fame, fortune, and devastating loss. From his X Factor audition to global superstardom, his journey seemed like a fairy tale come true. But behind the glitz and glamour, a dark secret was slowly consuming him. In October 2024, the world was shocked by the news of Liam's tragic fall from a hotel balcony in Buenos Aires. What led to this beloved pop icon to such a heartbreaking end? Today, we are uncovering the untold story of Liam Payne's rise to stardom and the hidden struggles that ultimately claimed his life. Liam's journey from small-town dreamer to global superstar began with a fateful X Factor audition. At just 14 years old, this ambitious teenager from Wolverhampton stepped into the stage, ready to chase his dreams. His performance of Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon caught the eye of none other than Simon Cowell himself. But while Simon saw potential, he also saw a boy who wasn't quite ready for the spotlight. "Come back in 2 years," Simon told him, planting the seed of determination in young Liam's heart. Those 2 years felt like an eternity for Liam. He spent countless hours honing his craft, perfecting his voice, and building the confidence he needed to face those judges again. When he finally returned to the X Factor in 2010, it was clear that Liam had undergone a transformation. His powerful rendition of Cry Me a River left the judges speechless, earning him a standing ovation and sealing his fate as a future star. But fate had even bigger plans for Liam Payne. In a twist that would change pop music history, he was placed in a group with four other talented young men: Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Lewis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik. One Direction was born. The rise of One Direction was nothing short of meteoric. The beautiful debut of What Makes You Beautiful skyrocketed on the top of the charts around the world, capturing hearts and breaking records along the way. Liam and his bandmates found themselves living a dream they never could have imagined. Their debut album, Up All Night, made history as One Direction became the first UK group to debut a #1 on the US Billboard. Success seemed to follow One Direction wherever they went. Their second album, Take Me Home, debuted at a #1 in over 35 countries, solidifying their status as global superstars. By the time Midnight Memories was released in 2013, One Direction had become an unstoppable force in the music industry. The album sold a staggering 4 million copies worldwide, making it the best-selling album of the year. Liam's talent didn't go unnoticed within the band. He quickly established himself as a skilled songwriter, co-writing more than half of the song on One Direction's third and fourth albums. But behind the scenes, cracks were starting to form in the perfect boy band image. The pressure of maintaining a flawless public persona began to take its toll on Liam. As the one often dubbed the sensible one of the group, he felt an added weight on his shoulders. The constant scrutiny, relentless touring, and expectations of millions of fans created a pressure cooker environment that would test even the strongest of individuals. As One Direction's success reached its peak, Liam's personal struggles were just about to begin. The young star who had once dreamed of singing on stage was now grappling with the harsh realities of fame. The non-stop attention, lack of privacy, and grueling schedule began to chip away at Liam's mental health. He turned to alcohol as a coping mechanism, a decision that would have far-reaching consequences in the years to come. The boy from Wolverhampton who had overcome childhood health challenges to become a global superstar was now facing a new set of obstacles. As One Direction continued to dominate the music world, Liam Payne was fighting a silent battle against his own demons. The pressure to maintain the group's image while dealing with his personal issues created a perfect storm that would ultimately contribute to his tragic downfall. Little did the world know, Liam's battle with his inner demons was just the beginning. As One Direction reached new heights of stardom, their golden boy was sinking into a dangerous spiral. What pushed this seemingly unshakable star to the brink? One Direction's global domination came at a hefty price, and Liam Payne was paying more than his fair share. The world saw him as the sensible one, the level-headed member keeping the group grounded. But behind that carefully crafted image, a storm was brewing. The constant scrutiny, relentless touring, and high-sky expectations were taking toll on the young star. Liam found himself trapped in a gilded cage of fame. Every move he made, every word he spoke was dissected by millions of fans and critics alike. The pressure to maintain a perfect public persona became overwhelming. In private, Liam was crumbling under the weight of it all. To cope with the mounting stress, Liam turned to a dangerous crutch, alcohol. What started as a way to unwind after shows quickly spiraled into a pattern of dependency. The sensible one was now battling a very real addiction, all while trying to keep up appearances for the sake of the band. Liam's personal relationship suffered as a result of his struggles. His high-profile romance with pop star Cheryl Cole became a media frenzy. They began dating in 2016, and for a while it seemed like Liam had found his happily ever after. The birth of their son, Bear, in March 2017 brought a ray of light into Liam's turbulent world. But parenthood, combined with the pressures of fame and his ongoing battles with addiction, proved to be a challenge Liam wasn't prepared for. Despite the joy beer brought into his life, Liam found himself struggling to balance fatherhood with his career and personal demons. The strain eventually took its toll on his relationship with Cheryl. In 2018, Liam and Cheryl announced their split, citing the pressure of their relationship and the challenges of parenthood. The breakup was a public spectacle, adding to Liam's already fragile state of mind. In 2022, in an interview, Liam spoke about Cheryl with admiration, calling her the best mom in the world, but the pain of their separation was evident in his words. As One Direction went on hiatus in 2016, Liam's personal demons grew stronger. Without the structure and support of the band, he found himself adrift. The constant demands of fame had taken their toll, and Liam was left to face his struggles alone. It was during this time that Liam received a diagnosis that shed light on many of his challenges as an adult. He was diagnosed with ADHD. This revelation helped explain some of his impulsive behaviors and struggles with focus, but it also added another layer of complexity to his already complicated life. Liam's health issues weren't just mental. In 2023, he was hospitalized for kidney problems, a stark reminder of the physical toll his life was taking. The once vibrant young star was now facing a myriad of health challenges, both physical and mental. With his body and mind under siege, Liam Payne faced an uphill battle to reclaim his place in the spotlight. His solo debut promised a fresh start, but the reality proved far more complex. How did the golden boy of One Direction become a cautionary tale of fame's dark side? As One Direction went on hiatus in 2016, Liam set out to carve his own path in the music industry. His solo debut single, Strip That Down, featuring Quavo, hit the charts in May 2017. The track showcased a more mature R&B-influenced sound, a stark departure from his boy band days. It reached number 3 in the UK and cracked the top 10 on the US Billboard Hot 100. For a moment, it seemed Liam was poised for solo stardom, but the initial success of Strip That Down proved difficult to replicate. Liam's subsequent singles like Bedroom Floor and Get Low with Zed failed to make the same impact. He collaborated with the big names in the industry, hoping to find his unique voice. His duet with Rita Ora, For You for the 50 Shades Freed soundtrack reached number 8 in the UK, but these glimpses of success were overshadowed by the towering achievement of his One Direction days. Liam's personal life became a constant source of tabloid fodder, often overshadowing his musical efforts. His relationship with Cheryl Cole had ended, and he found himself navigating the challenges of co-parenting in the public eye. New romances brought new complications. His engagement to model Maya Henry became a roller coaster of on-again, off-again drama, playing out in the media for all to see. As Liam struggled to find his footing as a solo artist, his behavior began to raise eyebrows. Erratic interviews and concerning statements on social media worried fans and friends alike. In one podcast appearance, Liam made the startling admission that he was not very good at relationships, adding, "I just need to work on myself before I put myself on someone else." Despite the setbacks, Liam pressed on his music career. In December 2019. He released his debut studio album IP1. The album was meant to be his defining moment as a solo artist, but it fell short of expectations. It debuted at a disappointing number 17 on the UK albums chart and barely made a dent on the Billboard 200, landing at number 11. Critics were less than kind, and fans seemed unsure of this new musical direction. Liam continued to release new music and attempt comebacks in March 2024. He dropped Teardrops, a track co-written with NSYNC member JC Chasez, but just like many of his post-One Direction efforts, it failed to make a significant impact on the charts. Of the golden touch that had propelled One Direction to global domination seemed to have abandoned in Liam. In his solo endeavors, as Liam's career faltered, his personal life continued to unravel. His relationship with Kate Cassidy, which began in 2022, was marked by breakups and reconciliations. In interviews, Liam's demeanor shifted from the assured media-trained professional of his One Direction days to a more vulnerable. Liam's vulnerable demeanor in interviews was just the tip of the iceberg. His arrival in Buenos Aires promised a glimmer of hope, but something sinister lurked beneath the surface. What really happened in those fateful days leading up to October 16? In early October 2024, Liam Payne touched down in Argentina with his girlfriend Kate Cassidy. To fans and onlookers, the couple appeared to be in good spirits, ready to enjoy a South American getaway. Little did they know this trip would be Liam's last. The initial days of their visit seemed promising. Liam attended a concert by his former One Direction bandmate M. Horan at the Movie Star Arena, Buenos Aires. Fans were thrilled to see Liam supporting his old friend, and rumors of a possible reunion began to circulate. Liam was spotted taking photos with excited fans at the venue, his smile seemingly genuine, but something changed in the days that followed. Kate Cassidy left Argentina 2 days before the tragic incident, raising questions about Liam's state of mind during his final hours alone. Hotel staff reported increasingly erratic behavior from the star. There were whispers of loud noises coming from his room and signs of substance abuse. On the morning of October 16th, a Snapchat video surfaced showing Liam claiming he was having a lovely day in Argentina. Fans were initially relieved to see their idol in seemingly good spirits. However, it was later revealed that this footage was old, adding another layer of mystery to Liam's final hours. In the early hours of that fateful day tragedy, the frantic 911 call from the Caesar Hotel. The details of the call remained confidential, but the gravity of the situation was clear. Crescenti, director of Buenos Aires Public Emergency Medical Service, later confirmed the shocking news of Liam Payne. He had suffered severe injuries after falling from approximately 13 to 14 meters. Crescenti's statement was blunt and devastating. The injuries were incompatible with life. The world was left reeling from the news of Liam Payne's untimely death at just 31 years old. The once bright star of One Direction, the boy who had captured hearts with his powerful voice and boyish charm, was gone. As news of Liam's passing spread, fans gathered outside the Caesar Hotel, creating impromptu memorials with flowers, photos, and handwritten notes. Social media exploded with tributes from fans and celebrities alike. Liam's former bandmates were among the first to express their grief and shock. Harry Styles wrote on Instagram, "I'm heartbroken, Liam. You were more than just a bandmate. You were a brother. Your voice and your spirit will live in the hearts of millions. Rest easy, mate." Neil Horan, who had just seen Liam days before, tweeted, "I can't believe I'm writing this. Liam, I wish I could have done more for you. You were one of the best and I'll miss you forever." Liam's tragic story served as a stark reminder of fame's dark underbelly and the critical importance of mental health. His journey from X Factor to global superstar was filled with incredible highs, but ultimately overshadowed by personal struggles and addiction. We are left wondering what could have been if Liam had found the help so he desperately needed. Despite his untimely passing, Liam's legacy lives on through his music and the memories of millions of fans worldwide. His charitable efforts, like providing over 360,000 meals during the COVID-19 pandemic, show the kind heart behind the headlines. As we reflect on Liam's life, we are reminded that even those who seem to have it all can be fighting silent battles. His story urges us to prioritize mental health and support those around us, no matter how successful they appear.